Hi, Callie. Callie, nice to meet you. Yeah, I'm Nico. Awesome. It's awesome to meet you. Yeah. Well, thank you for taking a quick couple minutes here to meet with me. I'm excited to be able to work with you here for a little bit, or hopefully for a while with Walmart and Superior Foods. I am from Superior Foods. I'm the person in charge of your account for the refrigerated goods. So just a quick bit about me. My name is Nico Marsigli. I've been with Superior Foods for about 10 years now, and I've been working alongside Walmart for about six. And that's actually one thing I noticed when I kind of looked you up on your website there, is I saw that you've been with Walmart for 6 years as well. So that's kind of a coincidence. That's kind of neat there. I saw you've been doing was it dry goods and hot cereal. So that's a little bit different than refrigerated, but that's awesome nonetheless. So refrigerated must be new to you then, right? Okay, yeah. Well, don't worry. It's very simple. We'll get through it, no problem. If you have any questions or anything, never feel afraid to reach out or anything. I'm here for you, and we're gonna have a great partnership. So yeah, I noticed that you studied Spanish at Samford. Is that correct? Yeah, I speak a little bit of Spanish. I used to be better at it, but I actually never did it in college or through school. I did it just working on different farming operations and stuff. So I like to think I'm still bilingual, but I really doubt it. But that's neat nonetheless that we have that connection there too. So that's awesome. So yeah, really quick then, just we'll keep this about 15 minutes and we'll go over what we're looking at here with Superior Foods and try to show you a little bit about us. Um, so we've got a slideshow here. One of the things that we really focus on is we are a values-driven company. So that's us in a nutshell. But let's get a little deeper. So our mission, the really important thing we want to focus on for our mission is that we are here for the benefit of everyone involved. That being you at Walmart, ourselves as a supplier, our sources overseas, as we'll see here in a little bit, and even our employees. So we really want to just make sure that the majority of people get out ahead here. And sometimes that means we have to make sacrifices. We've got to maybe give up a little bit here and there on either side. But at the end of the day, we really do want to focus on how we're doing as a team and just making sure everyone comes out ahead. And also kind of just what we are. We're a manufacturer, global supplier, and a sales team for all sorts of different industry. But for you, we'll be really focusing on the retail. So that's kind of what our relationship will be. So that's how we'll tailor this presentation today. A little bit about our background. We've been around for about 40 years, starting in 1980 out of Watsonville, California. So started off awful small. But two of the dates I really like to point out at here on our timeline is that in 2005, we introduced the steam in the bag technology in the US. And what's kind of neat about that is now the industry standard for frozen vegetables and fruits and that sort of thing. So that was awesome that we were able to really kind of pioneer that and just set the curve on that. And just another time that we set the curve was in 2013. We were the first company to receive Cisco Sustainability Award. So something we're really proud of. We always push to be sustainable and as just green as we can, and that's something we continue to fight the good fight every day in. So just like you guys at Walmart. Our sales, as you can see, in a 5-year gap from 2014 to 2019 increased by nearly $70 million. That's really awesome, and something that we are very excited about here, and you should be too as one of our partners, is that we've seen a constant increase. We're not seeing fluctuation, good years, bad years. We're just seeing constant growth. And we're actually projecting sales in 2020 to be up to $170 million. So another $20 million increase. We're seeing great growth here. Something that we hope to do with you, grow and just work together in this and continue this upward curve. So getting into some of our global supply chains, we are experts in global supply. We're looking at sourcing from a majority of other countries, 70% from Central and South America. And one interesting thing about that I want to preface is a majority of our sales, 70%, are in America and the United States, North America. But only about 10-15% comes from America itself. We're seeing a majority out of places such as Peru, Mexico, places in South and Central America. So that's something kind of interesting there. Supply resources, we've got over 120 years altogether in supply resource. So something we're very proud of. We are very knowledgeable naturally. But at the same time, we're not afraid to grow and be humble in the fact that we can be better. So we take that knowledge that we have, but we try to grow off of it as well. Supply overview, we've got over 60 active suppliers for our goods, and we're moving about 140 million pounds a year of product. So big amounts of food and just goods being moved around the globe every year. Production overview, here's just a few of the different products we do. Everything from $50 million annually in broccoli down to 3 million pounds of avocado annually. So it does vary depending on what the product is and what we're moving, but all in all, we're moving a lot of stuff. This comes back to our food safety and quality, something we're really big and take very seriously in. And also just like I prefaced earlier with Sysco, something that we've been no stranger to for the past going on 7 years, but something that we continue to strive to be better at. We have over 40 years of experience in this, not only as a company, but with our partners as well. We've got auditors at our plants with over 10 years of experience. We check product as it goes across borders, so we're huge on that. And that comes into our middle circle there with the biosecurity, something we're really big in, especially with outbreaks such as coronavirus like we've seen. It's something we really are going to have to take a little more seriously lately. And granted, that wasn't food related. We do need to pay attention as things cross borders, how they're being handled, how things are moved and stuff. So traceability and accountability is huge with us at Superior Foods. And again, here's just a few of our different certifications we've had, and just things such as our monthly food safety reviews, stuff that we're really big in. Now, in addition to being supply chain experts, we're also value-added importers. So we're not just moving things such as raw produce and fruits, we're moving things such as pizzas, desserts, value-added products basically, which is something we'll be doing with you as well. Kind of like the hot cereals and stuff like that, but we'll be focusing on refrigerated things now. So yeah, we have 35 active warehouses at major ports in America. We're moving about 2,000 trucks a year, so again, huge amounts, huge volumes of food being moved. We really focus on the cargo management in the major ports all over the globe, America, South America, EU, Asia. And we don't always do this ourselves with our importing and our logistics. A lot of that is third party through things such as iTrade, Tungsten, those sorts of companies which you may have worked with in the past. And again, coming up to our dedicated team with over 120 years of experience in this, we've seen 13 plus colleagues all in all with our different companies. So we have a vast array of resources that we're more than willing to share with you, and we're excited to share with you. Lastly, we're a professional sales team. We have over 130 years of experience in sales, so we're no stranger to it. There's always room for growth, but we're very proud of what we've done so far, and the experience we'll be able to share with you. Customer profile, we have over 60 customers. So as you can see, we're very full with our customers. Not to sound cocky, but we're not really just looking out to get customers from anywhere. We really look for the top dogs and the companies that really try to push the envelope when it comes to being sustainable and safe. And so that's why we're talking with you today, because we've enjoyed our relationship with you so far, and we hope to continue to grow that, because we both see ourselves and you as industry leaders, and something that we're very proud of there. And you guys would fall into that 40% of retail and club. So that's almost half of our customers and our clientele is companies such as you. Again, some of our item detail, this gets into some of the quality added, like the pizzas and desserts. A lot of those come from Italy, places like that. Something we're very proud of is that we get the products from where they originated from, or where they're native to. So you really get the best quality that you can. And again, this market profile kind of links back to what I said earlier about how 70% isn't actually North America. So even though not much product comes from there, that's where most of our sales are occurring. So that's some of our global partnerships. We have our headquarters, of course, there in California. We've got partners in places such as Guatemala and Peru. Over in Europe, we've got places such as Sweden, Spain, Turkey, and in Asia, we have places like China, Japan. So we really do span the globe. Some of the production, this really focuses on South and Central America. We're getting things such as asparagus and broccoli in Argentina, acai in Brazil. We're getting our broccolis and bananas out of Ecuador. So, like I said earlier, we like to source products where they originate from and where they grow best in. So, of course, in those humid and a little more wet and warm areas, we get a lot of our fruits and vegetables naturally. And not only does it allow us to have the best product, but it also allows us to give back to some of those communities that really focus on farming, and that is their livelihood. Getting a little more broad in our look here, we have things such as snow peas and soybeans in China. We're getting carrots and peaches out of the U.S. So we really do span the globe. And again, in Italy, there you see our pastas and pizzas and desserts and stuff. Now we have 6 main values as a company: trust, reliability, integrity, food safety, innovation, and community. And the one I really want to focus on you with is community, because it's going to be what we're doing here with our relationship as 2 companies, but it goes farther than that. See, in our community, we have all the different partners that are involved. Everyone from truck drivers to office workers to people working in packing houses, all the way to the small farmers in Argentina and Peru that really focus on us purchasing their products and really rely on us to survive. It's something we don't take lightly, and it's something we like to try to give back to them as much as we can, so that, again, coming back to our mission statement, all parties can be successful. So again, this is kind of an example of what we did with our helping communities in Argentina, Guatemala. We tried helping 3,500 small communities and rural households just get better and just survive and be as green and sustainable as they can. And that's just us giving back to those that we are partners with. Just a few of the things we want to focus on in the future. Sustained and planned growth with all partners. And again, this goes to everyone that we're involved with. If we can be better for our employees, if they can do better, we'll push them to do so. Even growth between us here at Walmart and Superior Foods. Never feel afraid to ask for even such a thing as a cost analysis or a cost comparison with a competitor. We are more than welcome to always look in areas that we can grow. And then one I really like to focus on is remaining industry leading and ahead in that FSQA. We have set the curve, we continue to set the curve, and that's something we hope to always do, is just be as green and sustainable as we can. And lastly, that just comes down to this, and with our final saying of connecting world foods markets to global food supply, and again, for the benefit of everyone involved. So thank you for sitting down here. If you have any questions, I'd love to answer any.
Yeah, I liked what you have to say, and I don't know how you feel about moving forward.
Yeah. Definitely. Well, we can continue the current plans that we have in place between us and Walmart. But like I said earlier, if you ever have any questions for us, if you ever want to maybe see how we compete or compare to a competitor, price-wise or even quality-wise, feel free to give me a question or shoot me an email or a text or anything like that. I'm here to assist you in any way I can.
Perfect. Yeah, well, I'm excited, and I'd like to keep doing business with you and have maybe continue or add some more business.
Right, yeah. I actually brought a couple of different products that we offer. I'll give that to you after this interview, just so you can kind of see what we're putting out there and kind of compare to possibly some new growth in our market.
That'll be great.
Awesome. All right, thank you.
Yeah, great meeting you.